It's 50-cent coin hunt time. Will today finally be the day we find the Canberra ACT coat of arms from the 2001 Centenary Federation series? Will today be the second week in a row we find an accused flag error? Or will today just be nothing? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's dig into these coins. G'day, my name's Craig and you're here on my channel, Craig Collects. Welcome. It is 50-cent coin hunt day, and this here is the definitive 50-cent design on the Australian coin, 50-cent coin. This is the Australian coat of arms, which was designed for this coin by Stuart Devlin. It has been the definitive on these coins since they were introduced in 1966. So what we are looking for today is obviously circulating commemorative coins that go down on the mat here, such as this from 1982. This is the Brisbane Commonwealth Games coin. This is Australia's highest minted 50-cent piece, in fact, or commemorative 50-cent piece, and in fact the highest minted commemorative of any denomination. There is a whopping 49.6 million of these minted. So that's our first circulating commemorative of the day. As well as circulating commemoratives, what we are looking for is coins from low mintage years, and those are 1973, 1985, 1993, 1997, and both the N. Rank Broadley and Jody Clark designed effigies from the 2019 coins. If we find those today, well, we'll be happy. Well, here's our next circulating commemorative coin from 2005. This is the Secondary Schools Design Competition winning coin. The secondary school students across Australia had a chance to design a coin to celebrate the upcoming 2006 Melbourne Commonwealth Games. This, of course, is the winner. This is a commonly minted coin, though, 20.5 million. We are also on the lookout for coins from minted for annual sets only and not for circulation, and those coins are from 1967, 1968, 1986, 1987, 1989, 1990, 1992 and 2023. So, as always, at the end of this hunt, I'll be going through everything again off camera just to make sure I haven't missed any key dates or any obvious errors or anything. And as I go through, what I'll be doing is pulling out coins and double checking them where we know that there is potential for errors and variations. And those known errors and variations are from 1966, 1979, 1980, 2006, 2010, 2007, 2014 and 2022. This here is a 2025 King Charles coin. It's in absolutely rubbish condition, so we'll be going back to the bank. Normally we'd hold on to those because we don't know if they are low mintage or not yet, but because of its condition it's going back, as will be this, which is the 1912 Commonwealth coat of arms from the Centenary Federation series. This is the highly minted coin in the series, 43.1 million. Of course, if we find any of the other state and territory coins from that series, we'll be happy, but most especially happy if we do find the Canberra ACT coat of arms. Here's a nice looking 2025 King Charles. We'll keep that aside for now because, as I say, we don't know how many of those have been minted yet. If it does turn out to be a low minted coin, well, we've got a good stockpile. If it turns out that the coins are high minted, it's very easy to return them. So what's going to happen is in a moment I'll stick you guys into super fast coin mode, and then I'll bring you back in if I find any circulating commemoratives we haven't found yet today, any obvious errors or rotations. There's a noodle mark, shout out to that person. So let's stick you guys in super fast coin mode and I'll bring you back in soon. Let's go. We are. This is from 2002. This is the Year of the Outback coin, celebrating the Year of the Outback with the windmill design on the 50-cent piece. It is common 11.5 million mintage. That's closely followed by the 1981 Royal Wedding coin for Prince of Wales and Lady Diana Spencer. We've had a few of these come through lately, so this one's probably going to go back to the bank, even though it's not in bad nick. 20 million of those were minted. Here's a low mintage circulating commemorative coin, one which will be going into the wider collection from 2024. This is the 50th anniversary of NAIDOC coin. Only 2.31 million of these were minted. That's a lovely find. Here's a new commemorative for the day from 2005. This is the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. This is also commonly minted, 26.6 million of these. And we're finishing this roll with our first confirmed low mintage coin of the hunt from 2019. This is the Jodie Clark effigy. This effigy began appearing on Australian coins in 2019, which is why it was low minted in 2019. And on the 50-cent piece, there were 2 million mintage. So that's a lovely find. This is Australia's first ever circulating commemorative coin. This is from 1970 and is the bicentenary of James Cook coming to Australia. 16.5 million of these were minted in 1970. We are seeing at the end of the fifth roll, for the first time today, the 1998 Bass and Flinders coin, celebrating 200 years of George Bass and Matthew Flinders discovering Bass Strait. This is, of course, another commonly minted coin, 22.4 million. Moving into the second half of our hunt, we've opened 5 rolls, we've got 5 rolls to go. No sign of any state and territory coins from the Centenary Federation series, which means, obviously, no Canberra ACT coin. But there's still hope we will find it in the second half. Here we are, for the first time in this hunt. This is the 2003 Australian Volunteers coin. This one seems to be in pretty decent nick. Bit of rub marks on that side, but otherwise this is in fairly good condition. 13.9 million of these were minted back in 2003. This is 2001. Do we think this is going to be a state and territory coat of arms? Or do we think it's just going to be the Commonwealth coat of arms? It's just the Commonwealth. here we go. This is the 2000 Millennium Year coin. This one is not an incused flag error. Unfortunately, we don't have back-to-back incused flag errors. But I'm going to hold this here and I'm going to bring the incused flag from last week over, and you can see the difference in the two coins, how sunken both the St George's Cross and the St Andrew's Cross are on this coin compared to this one. This is, of course, just the common Millennium Year coin, which means it's got a 16.6 million mintage. And that does now bring us on to the last roll of the hunt. So, will we get last roll luck this week? Last week it was the incused flag. Will this week give us anything? As always, down in the description of this video, you will find links to my social media and my email if you'd like to get in touch with me. There are also links down there to some helpful websites. There is a link down there to a Discord server if you would like to join up. It's a server that my friend Pedro in Brazil and I are running. Started off as a Brazilian coin collection Discord, but we've now widened it to include Aussies and anyone else interested in coins. So I'd love you to join us there if you can. This is the 1994 Year of the Family's coin. There are 21.3 million minted across the two variations on this coin, and the way you can tell a variation is by looking at the date here. This one is a wide date variant. You can tell there is a very distinct gap between the 2 9s and the 9 and the 4. If this was narrow date, there'd be very little gap between there, more like the sort of gap you see here between the L, the I, and the A. The variation does not add any value to the coin. It's just something to find to complete your sets, and is fun. Well, it looks like we don't have any last roll luck today. So what's going to happen now, I'm going to go off camera, go through everything again, check for any obvious errors, rotations, any other issues, and look out for those known errors and variations. I'll be back in a moment and we'll wrap up for the hunt. It was a bit of a disappointing on camera hunt, just the one low mintage 2019 Jody Clark effigy and the one NIDOC coin. 4 of the King Charles, which may or may not be low mintage, we don't know yet. I found plenty of those in past weeks, so those ones are going to go back to the bank. Off camera, I did pull this 1973 low mintage coin, 4 million of those, but in that condition, it's going back to the bank. We also found one of the 2005 60th anniversary World War II coins has a cud error on top of the helmet. If you have a look at this insert, you can see it in more detail. That's a great find. Then I pulled out this coin, and this coin's an interesting one. You can see there's something going on just here. If we put it under the microscope, it looks like it's a bit of a cud error. But if we magnify that even further, I don't know what's going on here. Does Lizzie have a tongue? Does she have a lizard? I'm not entirely sure whether this is a cud error or postment damage. But if it is postment damage, that's a bit disappointing, because I grabbed this coin, looked at that, and then went, this is 2010, let's just... Oh dear, that is postment damage. Well, that's disappointing because it's a rotation error, and boy is it a nice rotation. She's down, right down at about 5. That's just lovely. Yeah, so hopefully it is not postment damage and will add value to this coin, but let me know down in the comments what you think. Is that postment damage which has devalued that rotation, or is it a cud error, a minting error, which has added value to that rotation? Let me know in the comments. I'm not going to choose a coin of the day today, but if you've got a coin of the day, let me know down in the comments. I'll be back tomorrow with another world coin hunt. I'll see you then. Bye!